yeah, as on Discord. Yeah.
Oh, that's actually a complicated one because it doesn't say it, but it could also ask. It doesn't specific say where because that could what's called play into how it works. Example, let's say it's with Toto. There, I think Estrella, she would basically be acting more on her heart than what maybe is smart, while on, should say, the Mind Flayer ship, where, yeah, she doesn't know exactly what can be there, so there she would most likely act with her brain and trying not to do it yet. I think she would be most acting on her heart because the time when, what's it called? June was attacked by that what is it called, intellect devourer. She could just have stood back because she didn't know what that creature could do, but she chose to hopefully protect June instead of maybe the smart move, which would have been maybe just standing away.
Yeah, Estrella definitely seems like
Maybe
she'll
just standing away.
do anything for the ones she actually cares about. Who's next?
Yeah, I'll go ahead. Jin is definitely the type to think with her head instead of her heart, just because once emotions get involved into any sort of situation, it clouds your judgment, and obviously you want to assess your the situation without that clouded judgment. And yeah, it's actually it's just as simple as that. She has a habit of packing up her emotions and setting it aside to deal with the situation. Maybe afterwards release those emotions, but yeah, definitely more of a thinker than a reactive person.
Yeah, I feel like these are kind of predictable answers, but it's nice to actually hear the reasoning behind it. It's like we've seen this from the characters, but now with every one of these questions, it's like a little bit deeper into the mind. But what about Jerry? I think Jerry's the only one out of you three that I wouldn't have been able to guess.
When it comes to conflict, it's always the heart. Emotions usually take control of him during a fight, for better or for worse.
Yeah, what am I talking about? Of course, the like with all the rage. Yeah, that tracks.
But sometimes we'll use the brain when Jun and Sakura fight with each other. Instead of beating the shit out of them, just try to stop it in a different way.
Yeah, Jerry's definitely the mediator there.
So I was running with music. Yeah, so then I guess with that we can almost get started. Let me just actually get my notes up for last time. Sorry, a little bit disorganized tonight, but
No problem.
there we go. All right, so having earned their air rings, our heroes accepted the Owl folks' invitation to stay the night and engage in some stargazing from their observatory. And after exchanging stories about the constellations and planning a cheeky trip to Kanasa, the party was mesmerized by a meteor shower. But as they watched, a comet seemed to be heading directly towards them, and it quickly became apparent that this was no normal meteor shower. Small pieces of the shattered moon were now raining down into Uchibito Bay, and the Alfolk Observatory was about to be blasted off the mountain. Grandmaster Hu revealed that they had been working on a device to transform their telescope into some kind of arcane cannon, and all it needed was a spellcaster and a team to operate the mechanisms. Sakura ready to disintegrate Ray as Jerry began hauling cogs into place, and June provided inspiration, while outside, Estrella summoned her bathhouse to provide shelter to herself and the other Alfolk now scrambling for safety. The comet approached, and at the last moment before it was able to strike the tower, Sakura unleashed her spell and blasted the meteor with a powerful beam of energy, magnified by the cannon, and the comet exploded, mostly destroyed save for two smaller chunks that were sent flying past the observatory, one which landed in the grasslands nearby and another which curled off to the south. Celebrations were short-lived, however, as a fire was starting to spread in the grass fields. The Alfolk apprentice charged over the edge of the cliff, and our heroes soon followed. What they found shook Sakura to her core, a nasty reminder for them all, but first they would have to extinguish the fires, which were thankfully struggling due to the rainfall earlier that day. Jerry took the opportunity to bring the ship around while June rounded the glowing crater before her, and it seemed that some kind of a madman was approaching the fallen boulder. And as he walked in from the tree line, June very politely ushered him away. He seemed quite unhinged, babbling about how he was right all along, but June wisely suggested he stay away from the crater. And as the party investigated said crater, a strange purple glow pulsing with space dust and cosmic radiation. As the blue flame slowly lapped at the stone, there were strange shadows that seemed to be moving around from all the lights, but before long it was obvious that they were more than just shadows. Large, writhing star spawn began to emerge from the crater, twisting and forming into hulking beasts with faces dripping with tentacles. And the battle had begun. Signaled by cultist screams and sickening laughter, the fool had reached out for a shadow and had transformed into one of the creatures himself, joining the battle that ensued. We now rejoin you after defeating those horrid creatures and mining some of the ore from that comet and making your way back to the ship that was parked nearby. That is where we are rejoining you now, as Lady Sumihime is welcoming you all back on board.
Yeah, Jin will make her way onto the ship with fairly wounded from that fight. And she'll slump down on a box, just rest for a bit.
Was it the stress staying in the not the bathhouse, the tiny hut?
Nope. I basically just parked the tiny hut over the meteor, so no one hopefully steals it. Unless, of course, they decide to borrow under, since that is the only technical place it's not covering. Since the floor
you
would
basically
be
put a
above.
lid on it.
What were those things? Sumihime, do you know what space aliens are or anything? I don't know what that was.
Those are most likely just more of Anaki's lackeys. If you remember the time when you guys had an argument with Anaki whilst he was doing something with the Titan body.
Yeah, you guys can both give me nature checks to try and discern what those things were. But Lady Sumihime will just shake her head and say, I don't really know what you're talking about. You all seem to have more experience with creatures from space than anyone else.
I wasn't there anyway. It was the session I missed, I think.
Yes, yeah, that's actually right. Because I remember, like, oh no, that's scary.
Oh yeah, Jerry was back in the city while they were fighting those things. But yeah, Straya, what you said is basically all you know about this. But June, you now, as Australia reminds you of those things, you remember the term star spawn, and that these are creatures that seem to, according to what you know, actually come from space and seem to actually live on these meteors and things like that, but could have possibly lived on that moon.
They're definitely from up there. And I don't think they necessarily belong to Anaki.
Who knows? Maybe she stole it somewhere.
Yeah, I'm sure a random meteorite landing near us is definitely the work of Anaki. I'm so sure of it.
Come on, maybe she was just like, oh, I'm gonna send my daughter a present. Maybe it may not be the thing she wanted for her birthday, but hey.
Yeah. Either way, we really should look into, the entire, moon blowing up and such. That's probably something we should look into after we've gotten our rings.
Superhuman will step forward and say, "Speaking of which, I think I had probably better get to Taton as soon as possible, but I don't think it would be the best idea to arrive on this thing. If we're going to be heading over towards the water ring, are you all still happy to act as my escorts and as we arrive at the town?"
Yeah, whatever. I don't really mind. I just want to sleep for a bit.
You guys
Yes,
sleep
you
too
guys.
much.
Well,
You
you
talk
look
too
like you
much.
could all use a rest. But that is why I would like to plan for the morning and just. I mean, if we're heading to Taton, you can't be going looking like that. And she just points at any sort of Dragon Clan clothing or anything that might link you to the Dragon Clan that you might be wearing. She is just pointing that out on all of you, which, having been in Toto for the past month, that would be all of your clothing.
Except June's, because she has the glamour armor, which she can change at her will.
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
June is probably the one person that needs to worry least about changing their appearance.
Oh, you mean this? And Astrea is like holding up, the basically showing the dragon tattoo. Well, why don't I just do this? And with her other hand, just moves it over and uses the ability to what's called the illumination tattoo, where she basically can hide it for 24 hours. And she just says, let's see, let's be specific. Stesnia. Yeah, so that's the only creature that can see the tattoo. So it basically seems like it vanishes. Well, that should take care of that.
Oh, that is perfect. Actually, you are the one person that is going to need to be recognizable, but that is definitely going to help. I think perhaps a change of clothing might do you well as well, but when we get there, I need you to make it seem like you're the same people that picked me up in Ashima. Now, Estrella's an easy one to remember. Not many people are going to forget that I left with her, but as for the rest of them, well, eyes can be mistaken.
And
It even seems like some.
Astrea does like goes to June like, maybe you could take this appearance, and she creates with minor illusion, like an image of iron. That would at least give something. It seems like an easier way to convince it.
I can easily take this person's form. What is he? Human?
He's, I think, an elf. Though which type, I'm not sure.
Well, if he was an elf, he was pretty good at hiding it. Maybe clip the ears if we're going to be heading into Taton. I don't want to be drawing any more attention than we're all already going to.
All right, I won't show the ears. That'll be the token. Oh wait, no, that's not the token.
I like that token better. So you're just turning into a gender bent iron.
There you go. I'll use that one.
God damn it! I just hoped for the gender bent iron.
Z will sort of look down at the clothes that she is wearing and say, any of you able to do that kind of stuff on other people? Or, I mean, I was also thinking we're just down the road from Kunasa. Might be nice to, and while Sakura isn't looking, she'll say, try and find a birthday gift, or maybe, if we're looking just for new clothes, I'm sure the markets there could do as well.
Is the problem? What is the problem with the clothes? Is it the dragon marks? Because couldn't we just do? And she goes over to she, and if there's any dragon marks, just makes it the same color as the robe, so in a sense it becomes invisible. And that is possible. I can't recall which one it is. Is it minor illusion or no? It's prestidigitation that does that.
Yeah, so prestidigitation you can only do, I think, 5. How big is it that you can?
Come on.
Because I think you can do a patch, but I don't think you can do the entire outfit.
Let's
You
find
can make
out.
a color, small mark, or symbol appear on an object or surface for 1 hour. Does not indicate a size.
Oh, okay. I think I'm mixing it up with something else then.
It's most likely either the shout thing or something else. I'm thinking of maybe minor illusion that has like a limitation of 5 feet.
Oh no, it's all of these. It's the other effects that have 1 cubic foot. That's what I was thinking of. It was the other effect. Because for the chill, warm, and flavor, that's where I've run into that before. But yeah, all right. I'll say you can do that. That'll only last for an hour. And Azee will point that out. She'll say, I can also prestidigitate. I mean, I can keep that going, but I don't know. I mean, we're right down the road from the markets. Don't you guys want to go and, I don't know, get some fish or something? She just chuckles. She goes, I think we might be able to find something cool there for Sakura. But it's up to you guys. So long as we get Lady Sumihime where she's going, I'm happy.
True, getting some disguises wouldn't be a bad idea. And who knows, maybe we find something of interest down in Kunasa.
So at this point, you guys have pretty much got 3 options here, where you have Kunasa, which is the closest, then Taton, which is a little bit further away, and then a little bit further than that will be the air ring. But I'm going to pop you over onto the world map, as
Air or
I assume
water?
everyone's going to take a long rest here. Sorry, Jerry, what did you say?
You said air ring. Did you mean the water ring?
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Do I even look like a Dragon Clan warrior? Because I didn't change the color of my armor when I failed on combining the two ones I had. So it's just purely black now. I do have this, like, the insignia of it, what we were given when
Yeah.
we first joined, but
Yeah, so it's not necessarily that you're wearing all the like clan colors and things, but you have become sort of recognizable. You guys have done quite a lot, and you have got a reputation. Like, there's a good chance that someone may recognize any one of you traveling together as the warriors from Taton that have been flying around, that crashed the airship, and like word might have gotten out. So that's more the concern than the actual just color of things. But yeah, the insignia, that would be the thing you need to hide most.
But wouldn't that help us? So if we are known as the warrior of Taton, since that's one place we could go.
Or presuming he will say, no, if they find out that I've been spending all this time in Taton, we're all dead. My father can never find out. You understand? We were supposed to go straight from Ashima to Taton. No stops, nothing. We got held up in Nishisawa or in Kunasa. That's the story. Actually, maybe Kunasa is a good idea. We can get an alibi. There's plenty of pirates around there. We can bribe.
and let's head for Konasa. First thing in the morning. We don't have much time to spend there.
All right. So, are you guys all agreeing to head to Kunasa first thing in the morning?
Yeah, we may as well. It's literally right next to us. So.
Yeah. So, all right. So we will say then you guys are able to take a long rest here. Then, is there anything anyone would like to do as they are taking their long rest? I assume Australia will be reading.
Yep, I guess Astraeus will be sitting down, pouring herself a glass of wine and reading her book while occasionally looking up at the stars and also looking down at the tiny hut to see if there's anything other than potentially animals, unless they are scared away, which is most likely by the comet. So she can have an idea like, okay, maybe not leave that because there seems to be some bad guys that really look at that thing, just are kept away.
You can give me a perception or a survival check as you try and see what's been around there.
And this bot is not working. Yeah.
Okay, yeah, with that you see a distinct lack of animal activity. You get the impression that you're probably right, that they've all scattered and um, have been trying to stay away from the comet. But you don't see anyone else that seems to be interested in this at the moment. Um, there's a good chance that there might be, but you guys have also mined most of what was there, and you are sure that if anything was alive in there, it is no longer. So yeah, it's up to you, but it's probably safe to leave it. Um, maybe a good idea to let someone know that it's there, though. Because yeah, but no one seems to be approaching it. As the following morning, around 6:30 in the morning, you guys all begin to wake up. It's a cold morning. The clouds are still sort of drifting over, like past the airship. It is very cold up there. But what would you all like to do as you wake up?
June's just gonna just have a small look around, see how well covered the airship is, and see if she can do anything to actually make it more, uh, less likely to be seen.
Yeah, well, you guys are. How are you actually trying to hide this airship? Are you like parking it up in the clouds and just letting it hover, or um are you trying to find a spot to hide it in the forests? Or
I mean, are there any big forests nearby?
well, the sakura forest that goes all the way down to Toto is basically on the other side of the main road from like you guys are floating around there. So there's the sakura forest and then there's the grasslands on the other side.
Okay. I say we try put the ship down in a densely forested area, covered up with a few branches, and hopefully it won't get found. Because leaving it up in the air is gonna definitely get spotted at some point, and it's gonna get people asking questions.
Now you of course presume that it hasn't already been spotted, but those that have spotted this pays it no mind.
I'll just try to find clearing in the forest.
Yeah.
And let
Either
it
way,
there to cause less damage to the ship and the trees themselves.
Yeah, you can give me a survival check with advantage because you've got June spotting and you've gotten pretty good flying these
yeah.
things by now.
I'll give Jerry a bardic inspiration, and I'll help him out with the yeah. I'll just give him bardic inspiration on top of it.
How much is it?
Cool.
1d10?
Yeah, 1d10.
Okay, yeah, you at this point you feel like you're starting to get the hang of all these airships and you manage to park the airship somewhere in the sakura forest. Sorry. And as you are actually lowering it down, you will see the trees beneath you. You're pretty sure you would have taken a couple of branches with you, but it seems like the trees actually move out of the way to let you in, and they create this little area for you to land. And then as soon as the ship has the engines are cut, you see the trees start to form back to where they were, and it closes in that clearing. So your ship is now under cover of these cherry blossom trees, and it seems like the forest itself is helping you hide it.
Yeah, I just as we go to Kanasa from the ship, I just place my hand on one of the trees and say thanks in squeak and continue moving.
Huh. You think that could have been Sakura's dad helping us out there?
Why is he here?
I mean, Sakura Forest.
Yeah,
This is
Jerry
the
was
same. This is
Jerry
the
was
same forest that her dad was in, right?
Yeah,
yeah, but Jerry
exactly the
wasn't with
same.
you.
Yeah, Jerry has no context for that, but during this, that would definitely make a lot of sense to you.
I look around and I just sign and say, "Yeah, I see you. I see you looking out for us. I appreciate it."
There's a gentle breeze through the trees, but it doesn't. There is no obvious response, though. From what you just saw, it's you get the feeling you have an ally.
Right. Let's get a move on.
Okay, and so as you are you all heading into Kanasa? Nothing else you want to do before you go?
well, June is all ironed up right now, so
Well, I don't really have anywhere. I just put the insignia away. If it's not too big, like inside the bag of holding. I didn't paint it on the armor or anything.
Yeah, no, the insignia that they give you would just be like a kind of like a block with a tassel on it, basically, that you could pin to your armor. It's an easy thing to remove, so that you could easily hide. But yeah, you specifically have been gaining a reputation over the past while, over the past month. So though that it's more June. June seems to be doing a convincing job. But what happens now as you guys approach Kunasa is you are approaching from the left hand side of the map here. So you guys approach and you see the river in the distance and follow the main road as it leads you along to the side of the river and begins leading you into the town. You can just smell the sea air and you can hear this bustling town ahead of you. Not a huge place, but definitely one of the biggest harbors in Kiga. If unless you have been to the harbor in Ashima, this would be the biggest harbor that um, any native Kiga people would have seen. And you can, as you approach the city, you can now see the ships that are busy lining this place. Oh, I've got a transition for you, actually. Here you go.
Kong food. That's the only thing I've been looking at this past time.
Oh, you mean that one? Yeah, I also
Yeah.
saw it, and I was like, ooh, oh, oh.
oh god,
I know it's
let's see what Australia's looking at.
Come on, man. Who knows?
So yeah, this place is bigger than it ever. I mean, bear in mind this is like a medieval style map, so it is very open to artistic interpretation. The size of the place is maybe a bit misleading because the where the harbor is down there at the bottom, you will see that that leads right out onto the main harbor. So if um yeah, if there are any of these places that you would like to try and go to, let us just hope that it's not one of the ones I haven't prepared.
Do we know like
Because
do we know what's Shira Corp? Like the corporation? Maybe I'm missing something.
Wait a second.
you can give me a history check to see if you know anything about Shira Corporation.
Okay, it just doesn't work for me. It doesn't really let me use the AD Beyond for some reason again.
You might have to refresh at the top right.
Yeah, I did it both in the wait, I think I rolled. Yeah, I did 4. No clue.
Yep, you have no idea who the Shira Corporation are.
Definitely a corporation.
You do see, yeah, well, I mean, it's called Shira Corp, and you can see that as you are walking into the town, you can see that there are banners on the bridges as you walk past. That a couple of them are flying the logo of this Shira Corp, and it seems like that that image is up quite a lot here, where you are used to being in Toto, where there is like the Daichi clan symbol and the Blue Dragon clan, like that's plastered all over the place. When you're in all of the places that you have been, it's usually a clan symbol, but this place it is this company's logo all over the place.
No, the problem is we're probably gonna want to split up here. If we don't
So
want to get
I'm going to put your tokens down, and then you can let me know where you are going in the town.
if we don't want to get recognized, if the DM allows it. We should probably split it up.
Or I can follow one of you guys. I can just, turn to someone else. It's very easy for me.
Straight fell in the river.
Yeah, I'll turn into a good old monk. I'll be walking around. I guess I'll follow Estrella. Why not?
The safest place, the market, where you only get thrown in the river.
Yeah, I guess everyone are going to the market now.
I'm in
Okay,
the market,
cool.
boys.
So far for splitting up.
Guess what, guys?
You don't have it.
It's the only one I didn't prepare. Okay.
Really? So you're saying that if we had taken the Geisha house, you would have had that prepared?
Yeah, that one's fully prepared. I know you.
Come on, man. Just
We even
because.
talked with
Hey, look,
June about it
in
in the
this town,
station.
the geisha house is a very important place in this town for getting information, things like that. It can be an invaluable place in a pirate town, which incidentally, as you guys are making your way over towards the market, you will now see just all manner of like peasants everywhere, fishermen, that they seem to be the main population here is fishermen. And other than that, you see some very rough looking types, rogues, pirates, just all manner of suspicious looking individuals. So at this point, when we're talking about blending in and that, you immediately get the impression around here no one gives a shit. In Kunasa, there is no one looking at you too funny. There are a couple of samurai walking around as guards, but there are no. Taton is where you need to have your disguises. Here, you probably won't have.
I just saw. Wait, this DM here got cut off in the middle of the sentence.
What?
I think Debbie was saying something and he got cut off unless he finished a sentence and I'm missing something.
DM, are you still here? Oh no.
No.
Oh no.
The Shira Corporation silenced them before they could reveal the secret.
Man, we know this moment all too well. This hopefully load shedding hasn't happened. Or power cut. Or just bad SCOM things. Yep, there he
Yep.
goes.
See, that goes. What happened?
Pop goes the weasel.
Are they load shedding and he wasn't aware of it?
I don't think we're load shedding. I don't. Let me check quick. Maybe it went to stage 1 or something. Have a look. No, we're not load shedding. It's apparently stable. So I don't know where he could have gone. Maybe his Discord just broke.
Maybe Windows decided you
he's
have
still
to
in Forge.
update now.
Okay, he's back.
Really?
He's back on Discord. There he is.
Ah, here you go. Did your Discord die again?
I think it hasn't returned to life yet.
I don't know what happened there. Discord closed by itself, and while I was talking. So, what was the last thing you heard me say?
There's no one will care how we look like here.
Only in
Except for some
Tatam.
samurai guards, they all look like pirates and rogues.
Okay, cool. Yeah, that is what you needed to know. Sorry, I'll put you over on the second.
Yeah, I just tell Spike to keep an eye with his dog eyes and dog nose in case somebody goes to pickpocket me. Because I'm the one
Okay.
carrying the big cash here.
All right. Yeah. What is your passive perception again?
Oh no. Probably the lowest of the group. It's the lowest of the group, but it's not very low.
Well,
It's
because
17.
okay, I was going to say because with Spike looking out for you, then I will give you a +4 to that. So you probably are right. You feel pretty alert.
Yeah, I'm the only one without the alert feat. I
No,
feel
you're.
disadvantaged.
I don't think anyone has the alert feat.
Really?
Yes, I know. I don't. I don't know if, and I'm pretty sure Sakura doesn't have it. It's just her subclass that gives her the ability to add her
Oh,
ink
intelligence
modifier
oh.
to it, and then June has just power gained the PC because they know else one of Sakura's spell is gonna kill them.
I'm sorry, what?
A giant sickening radiance has just surrounded you and is eating away of you. You are at 5 exhaustion.
Ah, okay.
Shame.
Okay.
Oh, so you
Guess
do have
that's what
a market.
happens when there's a
You don't
lull.
have more of it.
Yeah, we do. I'm sorry, I'm trying to put you onto it. I hope just everything went weird there for me. Okay, there we go.
Cool. What the hell? Oh, this is random block of um what's space? Like this random wall here that isn't actually there. Right here. It might be my lighting though.
Yeah, double check that it's not your lighting.
That's interesting. Like, I can see on my map, but there is no vision on the stream map.
Oh no, you're right. There's a weird random wall there.
Okay, cool. I'm happy I wasn't going crazy. I'm like, why is there a wall there?
I don't know. I think that it must be something there on a different variation of the map or something. I think the walls on this one are also very lazily done. I've just realized. You may let me know if you run into any other weird ones.
Will do.
But yes, what you see here now, you can hear this bustling and just loads of people talking over each other. You can smell fish. Just the smell of fish just fills your pores at this point. But this is a kind of plaza out here that they're selling all kinds of spices. There are stalls selling gemstones. There are just all manner of traders and things milling back and forth. There are a couple of food stalls, but you can just see this vast market in the middle with people wandering back and forth now, just arriving in the morning and setting up their stalls, just starting to open.
Yeah, Gina's gonna begin wandering through, just trying to blend in, see if she can pick up on some rumors, as well as looking out for anything that might look good for a present for Sakura.
They say specifically like it's a stall that says one says like magic item, like magic item. One says food, like fishes. One says bakery or just randomly scattered around.
No, this is a complete like a flea market vibe here. There are stalls. It seems like the people that are setting up these stalls are doing it of their own accord. This just seems to be the marketplace. There are no specific uh, like labeled things. There are people with little signs outside their stalls, but for the most part, this looks like all of the. Well, actually, give me an investigation or a perception check, either or.
Thank God for perception. and it's a low roll.
Yeah, what you can see around here, it just looks like random crap that people have looted and come to try and sell. From what you can see, it just is this massive assortment. But there are sort of tables out front of all of these things. Some of them, as I said, have got food, some gemstones, but it seems randomly placed. This is quite a chaotic market. So if you guys are looking for something specific, let me know, and we'll put it down to a few investigation checks, things like that, to actually search around the market and try and find what you're looking for. If you fail on your investigation, you'll probably find something else, but other, if you succeed, then you'll more than likely find something at least similar to what you were looking for.
Considering we came here to look for. Interesting. That's really interesting. Why does the stream viewer not have a token with vision here? That's really weird.
June is going to start looking around for any nice bags of holding.
Okay, yeah, you can roll me an investigation. Let me just quickly double check what's going on at the stream.
Cool beans.
Let me see. It might have reset the user. Did that before.
I guess Estrella, meanwhile, will be looking for some clothes or something to, say, disguise, since that was one of the things we were looking for.
Okay, cool. Estrella's looking for clothing and disguises. Man, you know, I had so many plans for shops and things, and then I got sidetracked with all the other things. It's just, it's like I went down so many rabbit holes trying to make this place. So sorry, just give me 1 second to find all this stuff.
No problem. Man, I like this music.
I found it. Okay, so what were your roles there for your investigation? First, we'll go with June looking for a bag of holding.
So that was a 17.
Let's see. That was a 17. All right, yeah, you find a shop where there is a dwarvish woman standing there, and she seems to be moving things back and forward, and she just greets you with a very crude next. and as you walk up, you can see she's got a couple of spell scrolls scattered out. She's got a ton of brooms behind her, but there are also a few potions and elixirs. There seem to be some runes scattered around, like through this display that she has got going in front of her. You don't immediately see any bags on this table, but this shop does seem to be selling magic items.
Okay. Yeah, I'll take I'll try. Yeah, I'll take the form of a middle to later aged man with a small beard. Looks very wizardly, and will approach the stall, have a look, and just start perusing, and see if I can actually spot a nice looking bag of holding, while pretending to be looking at spell scrolls.
Right, sir. What can I help you with? You just looking around, or what? We've got some runes here. We've got magical brooms and some topaz gems if you're looking for them.
I'm looking for something very specific here. Do you have any bags of holding?
Oh, not too common those, but I can have a look. Hold on a moment. Bags, and you will see her start to rummage around under the desk, and she'll say, "Oh, no, I'm afraid not. No bags of holding today, but you can ask maybe at the general store. They've probably got them there. Otherwise, I'm sure one of these mugs will have one."
Mm. Yeah, I'll just have a quick look around while she's looking underneath that behind her, whatever she's looking behind. I'll have a quick look around to see what looks particularly valuable.
Okay, give me another investigation or perception, your choice.
Investigation or perception? Definitely perception.
All right, yeah. With that, you have a look around and you can see that the scrolls aren't really worth much. The potions are barely worth anything, and these runes are probably fake. You can tell that they are just dwarven symbols carved into um, topaz gemstones that are just, they literally just look like she carved them in with a chisel. But the brooms are surprisingly, one of them you can see is probably worth a fair bit. These are, I mean, picture Quidditch brooms, basically. These are all flying brooms, and she seems to be selling them for a fairly decent price, um, for only 150 koku.
How much is this 150 koku worth again?
1,500 gold.
1,500 gold, yeah.
Okay.
Koku is platinum, just think of it like that.
Okay, so while she's busy underneath, and I see those brooms over there, I'll switch the one Jin likes the most, and we'll move it to a place that's slightly closer to the thoroughfare, so it's easier to reach with a mage hand, and just shift it over there. Dev,
Yeah?
did you hear what I said?
I said you can give me a sleight of hand check to try and do that unnoticed.
Okay, cool. Sleight of hand.
Your Is your mage hand, is it telekinesis, or is it invisible?
No, it's just normal mage hand.
Okay, cool. Yeah. So then, yeah, with the 20, she doesn't seem to notice as you subtly move it a little bit closer to the thoroughfare. It is just, you've just sort of repositioned it slightly. She doesn't seem to too concerned if she did notice. But she comes up, and that's when she says, "Sorry, no bags of holding."
Well, would you say I could perhaps find some?
Well, the general store has usually got all kinds of things you'd need. A bag of holding seems like that kind of thing, but they don't usually have magic items. I would keep looking around here, and she just gives you a curt nod, and then looks over your shoulder and shouts, "Next!"
Yeah, and I'll make my way my way to the general store. I'll remember that broom though.
Okay, yeah, the general store was also another location on that map. So within the market itself, this is all these are all marketplace stalls. Even the buildings themselves, some of them have got like little restaurants and taverns and things going, but nothing of note. This is literally just commoners and vagabonds that hang around here. And so if you want to go to the general store, you would have to leave the marketplace.
All right, I'll try reunite with everybody else.
Okay. Well, while you are having that interaction, Estrella, what did you get for your investigation?
25.
All right, nice. So you were looking for a clothing. Okay. Right. All right. So yeah, as you arrive at a stall that you can see there are a ton of different clothes sort of on little display like hangers all around the entrance of the stall. You can see that um, the shopkeeper is currently busy speaking to another client and doesn't notice you, but is a human with a strange sort of mohawk shaved into their head. But they seem to be a youngish female that she seems to be busy talking to some peasant about about a dress. But you can see that there are caps and hoods and vambraces and arm guards. There are all sorts of accessories, and then cloaks and capes and things like that. There is a lot of things, a lot of stuff to look through here. What are you doing as you find the store?
Been really, really excited, and it's like, what to get, what to get. There is so much, like, trying to decide, like, okay, what quality would be best, because it's like, good wear, fine clothes, good wear, bad clothes.
Well, if you'd like to look through it by the sort of prices that they have, you can have a look, and I can tell you what is in the highest bracket.
Oh yeah, let's hear the highest bracket.
The most expensive thing you can see in this shop, or actually give me an investigation check to look around the shop, and we'll see what the fanciest thing is you can. And that 20, all right, yeah, you find definitely the most, the fanciest thing in the shop, the thing with the highest price tag, which is 79 koku, and this is an embroidered silk robe that it is very beautiful, but um, yeah, this is definitely the nicest thing in here. It has got down the back, you can see it has got this pattern reminiscent of the Unicorn Clan. It is a deep purple and yeah, just this beautiful embroidered silk.
Damn you! Damn you! So much money.
There is on the same sort of bracket, you can see there you are sort of looking through the embroidered stuff, and there is also fairly nice linen vest for about 62 koku, but some most of the linen stuff is around similar quality, but that silk robe is really something special. And to give you a sort of idea of the prices that you're dealing with that Nat 20, you will also find the cheapest thing in the shop, which was light linen bam braces that were only 12 koku. So that's the range you're working with in here.
Holy shit, you need to be rich to. This gotta be the rich place. I can already see that I'm not the rich person in Leaves.
They're definitely ripping people off, yeah.
yeah, I can already calculate that. And it's like, nope. Just Leaves again.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So where are you going after that? Are you going to try and find another place?
I'm trying to see if I can find a place that is cheaper or at least affordable.
As you go looking around, give me another perception or investigation. But as you are rolling that, also we will cut over to Jerry. Jerry, what are you doing in the marketplace?
Yeah, I'm also looking for specific magical item. I got a 15. Not sure if it's high enough.
15. Okay. What magic item are you looking for?
Sending
you just
stones.
Oh, all right. Okay, you see a human, like, young man that seems to be also selling a couple of runes and whatnot. Let's see, actually, that's wait, oh, you got a 15. Hold on. So yeah, what you find, you find this place where they are selling all kinds of charms, beads. They've got a couple of books and things here, and also a few staves and wands. These you have a look at the price tags here, and they are. It is not cheap, but you can see that there are quite a few little shards and things here that may be sending stones. If you know what a sending stone looks like, you can see this young, sort of mid-20s guy with brown hair just standing there, and he gives a curt bow as you walk in and smiles. Let me know if I can help you with anything, sir.
Yeah, I don't think I'll know how sending stone looks like, so I'll just ask him if he has any.
Yes, so we have got, let's see, Sentinel, Idol, Hollow Charm, Moonshard, Focus. Here, yes, we have got Sending Stone, sir, but they are a little bit pricey. I'm not sure. And he just sort of looks you up and down, like over the desk. He seems to be a little bit judgmental.
If they work, they better be worth the price.
All right, so well, they are 160 koku. So
What do
it
they
does
work?
come as the pair, though.
The question is, do they work?
Well, I'm not sure if you need to be attuned to these, and he just starts looking over. But I can assure you, these are definitely in working order. And he starts to look at it like he is not at all sure, and he seems to be scratching at one of the stones, which has got a little bit of a chip in it. But you can see that they are two greenish looking, like almost jade stones. that they have got carvings on each of them, and yeah, from what you can tell, you can give me an Arcana check to try and just look these over and see if they look functional.
Oh, now I roll high.
Oh yeah. So at this point, as you turn them over and he hands them to you, they seem completely. They seem like they have been pre-owned, if I can put it that way. They definitely are used. One of them has got a bit of a chip in it, but they are definitely functional. They will work and serve your purposes, but you're not sure if it's worth 160 koku.
How does the store owner look? Does it look like poor? What is he wearing? How does it look like?
He's wearing, yeah, he looks fairly poor compared to the rest of this place, though he looks about average. He is just wearing, well, actually, here, I will show you what it is. Yeah, that's what the guy's wearing. Does you see that?
I just rummage through. Wait.
Sorry, I lost the last part of that sentence. You rummage through one?
Yeah, I wanted to see. I just making sure I have enough money for it. I know that for sure. You know what, I'll take it. Just gather the cocoa. So it will seem like I gather like every last piece of it I have and hand it to him. Although I definitely have more.
Okay, well, how much do you have? How much are you handing over to this?
The 160 I asked.
Yeah.
Yeah, I gave him 160.
All right. Yeah, you can
We
mark
didn't
that
even
off.
wait. Yeah, that's the problem. I don't have exact money. I just have to remember how much we paid for a few things earlier. But I didn't even forgot to put in all the money we get paid each day, and we get another rank. But I should still have spare money from the basilisk quest. So
Well, I mean, you
I'll
should
try.
all have the same amount of money, shouldn't you? Other than that stuff you got from the basilisk.
Yeah. So I can still use the basilisk money for the sending stones. I got like 500 cocoa from it.
Okay. Okay, cool. We'll say
More than
that's
enough.
that's what you're using as your spending money. Does anyone else have a number for what you guys should be on? Because I know we should have actually worked these out a
Yeah.
couple of times, but
I don't know. I have about if I, it's either 30 or 35 gold.
We should have a lot from the like I think in the loot channel we have like everything summarized, but I'm not sure
Yeah,
exactly
yeah, that
what still works or still correct there.
yes, yes. I already yeah, but those I spent those on
It was like
preparation.
two. It was like 2,000 gold each, I think,
yeah.
like from
Also,
everything.
yeah. Also, Seto spent like a shit ton of gold to bribe the guests to get you out of the Mind Flayer colony. But um,
Yeah, a bunch of his gold.
yeah. So I don't know. He had a lot of gold on him. I imagine you guys also have. I'm sorry. I have not been keeping track of your currency.
Yeah, neither we did.
the stuff that you have been paid, I will say for today, you can add, for each of you, add 250 koku, and then I will work out, because it's probably more than that. But for spending money today, we'll say Lady Sumihime gave you each a coin purse with 250 koku in it.
So that's
She's a
basically-
She's a sugar mom.
She's the shogun's daughter. She can throw money around like that.
Let's
She has
remember
that
that. Oh, now I have the perfect plan.
Man, I have so much money, I don't know what to do with it.
Like
Give them
Yeah,
all
well-
to Australia, and she spent them
250 koku,
on.
right?
She spent them all in the Kaisha house.
That I can believe. But so now, yeah, Jerry, so you can mark off from the
The 250. I
yeah
marked
the
off
250
160.
plus the 500 you had from the other thing.
No, I
then
say
you
I
can
remember if you late after the session, if you can see how much we wasted on two items, I can tell you exactly how much I have. But later.
All I know is I spent 1,000 on the oil, and then 300 on the dust, of which I already used one.
The only thing I spent on was the breath grenade, the sleep one, and two of the I think umbrellas. The one Sakura has, I have one as well. That's the only thing I spend money on.
yeah. So I'm sure you've all got some money to spend. So
Yeah.
yeah, you know what? Actually, make it that you've each got 500 gold. 500 koku for today, and then because you guys are samurai, you are very wealthy at this point after the work that you have been doing. That you would have earned quite a bit in just having been training there and doing so well. So we'll say just 500 koku for today, and then I will work out all of that other shit later.
Cool.
Yay! I'm rich again. Now I
So,
can
yeah.
afford to bring back 5 people.
So yeah, we can go shopping spree on. It's a bit of Lady Sumihime's, it's a bit of the stuff you've your own wages, but you guys can go nuts.
Yes! I mean,
So-
like,
So I added the sending stones to my bag.
All right, yeah. So you can add a pair of sending stones and minus 160 koku. He gives you a
Yep.
deep bow and says, "Oh, thank you, sir. Please let me know if there are any problems. I will let someone else know." And he just gives you a smile.
Just keep doing what you're doing. It seems you know what your magical items are and how they work. Keep it up and just walk away.
You see him look genuinely thankful. Like that's probably the nicest thing anyone's actually said to him all day, and you just hear him mutter to himself, "Oh, today's going to be a good one," and he just goes back to still sort of setting up the stall. It is still only like 7:30 in the morning, so all of these places are just opening up, and just so now as the morning is continuing, you will see more stalls starting to open up all over the place, and more people starting to come in.
Meanwhile, June is planning a heist to steal a broom that may or may not fly.
well, any broom will fly. We just have Jerry throw you, and then you fly for a short moment. Then you crash, and most likely die.
So yeah, speaking of which, you said you were going to try and find everyone else, June, or are you still hanging around that store?
Yeah, no, I'm gonna actually try heist a bit here and try steal the one of the brooms.
Okay, yeah, you can absolutely give it a shot. This is a, I mean, okay, for you, I can give you a very specific, like picture Broomer Flea Market. Do Do you
Sorry.
remember the old or any? You know what South African flea markets look like?
Oh yeah.
Like that's basically what you're looking into now. So, um, yeah, picture one of those stalls where they sell like African crap to the tourists. That's what you're currently looking at, and you've managed to move one of the brooms out into basically into the hall where everyone is walking past. It seems like it's one of the display items now.
Yeah. All right. So Jin is gonna turn a corner, make sure she's not being seen. She's gonna take the form of a really old lady. One of those with a puckering lip, and it's like, I'm very old. Really old, with also very white hair, and has a small hood on. And she's gonna find something she can use as a walking stick.
Okay, so are you just trying to like stumble in and grab that thing for support? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, just something random. It doesn't have to be convincing as long as it's like a quarterstaff type of thing. Should be
Oh,
fine.
yeah. So you're just trying to find a regular stick somewhere. All right, you can give me an investigation to try and find something that's a convincing walking stick.
Yeah. All right. Investigation.
Yeah,
20.
you easily find there are sticks and things all over the place for actually making these stalls, like setting them up, and because they're still setting up, you easily manage to swipe one of those uh, that is a quarterstaff size, and yeah, you've got a little 4-foot walking pole.
Right, and then I'll just peek around the corner, make sure nobody's looking in my direction, and I'll quickly cast a small hex on the shop attendant, and I'm gonna target her wisdom checks. So any wisdom check, she'll have disadvantage.
Okay, so uh, yeah, and hex is, are you able to hex someone without them knowing that you're doing
Yeah, they as long as they don't see me casting it, they will not realize I'm casting it.
it? Okay,
As far as I
yeah,
know.
she goes about her business. You see now um another client comes and approaches the stall and starts speaking to her, and you see her sort of rubbing her head like she's got a bit of a headache, but she smiles and she says, "All right, what can I get you?" And they seem to be in conversation now.
All right. So now Gina's gonna make her move. She's gonna use walking stick, act very old. Walk, 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 and she's gonna pass the stall, and then she's gonna trip into the stall and make a mess, and just make a complete mess, and just be like, "Oh, I'm sorry for I lost control." She's gonna make a really big scene.
All right, you can give me a deception check with advantage.
Sure.
Deception or performance, either or for this one.
Oh, definitely deception. Actually, wait, performance. Performance plus 10, deception's plus 15. Yeah, 29.
Yeah, you see the
Oh no, made a mess. Oh no, I'm so sorry. Oh, and she'll pat the person on the head.
yeah, you knock down half of the stall and the stall next to it. The brooms all just clatter to the floor, and you see the new client just walking in and immediately rushing over to you and saying, "Oh, sorry, miss, are you okay?" And starts
No,
leaning down
I'm
to help you
fine.
up.
I'm fine.
As
Let me help clean up. And she's gonna make a small switch here. She'll put the quarterstaff there, and then take the broom and use a small minor illusion to cover up the broom to make it look like
uh,
a regular stick.
yeah, you can give me a sleight of hand check with advantage because of the minor illusion.
Sure thing. I'm such a klutz. Oh, what have I done now? Oh.
Oh, don't worry, mum. This happens all the time. At least it's better than those bandits, eh? Uh,
Oh, them
and
damn
she just
chickens! I
starts.
don't know what they're doing with their
Yeah, the other person like hears the dwarf cursing at you under her breath and says, "Oh, come on, ma'am, let's get you somewhere safer." And she just ushers you away as you manage to make that switch and just use your walking stick. This person seems completely unaware, and you can just hear the dwarf busy picking up the brooms and starting to stack things back.
Oh,
But
thank you
you
very
start
much.
moving away.
You look like just like my grandson. Oh, thank you. And she'll and June will make her way away and try slip away after that.
All right, yeah, I'm gonna ask for one more persuasion check to try and get this kid to leave you alone, because he now has seen this poor frail old woman and feels a bit responsible for. So he's tagging along with you.
Yeah, she'll be walking like, wait a minute, you're not my grandson. And starts bashing him with a stick. Get out of here! Leave me alone! Stop bothering me!
And as you just like bash him in the foot with this staff, you will see him just like his eyes roll back for a second as you see his body sort of go into this seizure for a moment as if he's been electrocuted, and he goes, jeez, oh, sorry, ma'am, oh, and he just turns and bolts through the market, out of sight very quickly as he's just running. Now it seems like you really hurt him with that.
Damn kids, get them bothering me. And I'll make my way into an alley, and then come to the illusion. Work perfectly.
Yeah, and you have got here. Oh crap! I've already lost it. Yeah, so you have found this beautiful broom. What did I say it was? Oak wood. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. The oak wood broom, and you can see now that you are holding it up close. It has got these thin, like silvery filaments, sort of connecting and like used as joinery to keep this broom together. But it is definitely some fancy ass broom. Would you like to try and investigate it for magical properties, like do what should we call it, identify or anything like that?
I don't have any of those type of spells, but actually, do I? Maybe no, I don't. Damn it! I need to actually learn that from Sakura because I think she has that. But for now, I'll keep the minor illusion on it to make it look like a walking stick to not draw attention to some random person with a broom, and I'll make my way to the rest of the group.
All right. Yeah. Easy enough. As
Good day.
yeah, you will see they are sort of on the other side of the market. I'll move you across there so that there we go. Did that animate you through, or did it just teleport you?
I think it just teleported me.
That's what I was trying to do. Give you some vision of that, the
Yeah,
actual
cool.
market. So, yeah, you will find Jerry having purchased his sending stones, and Estrella, what are you busy doing as June comes walking around looking for the rest of you?
Well, since Estrella realizes, oh, she has a lot of money, then she goes back to the place, finds this silvery rope, and tries to get the attention of it, and then is like, I was actually thinking about purchasing this for as a gift for the shogun's daughter, so maybe you could give me some discount and I could like mention that when she most likely asks for it, I'm gonna be like, oh, I got it from you, and then point say, oh, you have a lot of nice things, and then say you should really go and buy from there.
You can give me a persuasion check as this woman looks you up and down, and you see her raising an eyebrow as she goes, "You intend to be a suitor of the shogun's daughter? Look, no offense, but I don't think the Shogun's going to take too kindly to a satyr as his new son-in-law. You're not even. Oh, and as she's busy speaking, how would that persuasion check? Like, what would you like to do to persuade her? Otherwise, that actually you are looking for a gift.
Well, I'm like, I wasn't trying to. It was more a gift of friendship. Like, since, well, we are currently on our way to Saturn with the princess and decided to make a stop here, so I thought like, oh yes, you most likely could use some new clothes, and therefore, well, this seems like it would fit her really well.
So I'm moving you to where the stall is. As the woman says, "Oh, you know her? You actually know the princess? Oh, well, absolutely. If that's the case, I would be happy to give you a discount if you put in a good name. I mean, a good word for me." And she starts getting quite flustered as she seems like she's just hearing an opportunity of the lifetime right now.
Of course. A favor is, of course. You should always repay a favor like that.
Well, I would greatly appreciate that. I would be happy to give you a discount. My name is Hea. A pleasure to meet you, Miss
Estrella Karasu.
An absolute pleasure. And this, I think, will suit you perfectly. And she will start to like fold it and place it onto the table, starting to package it up for you. As she says, "Yes, the asking price is 79, but well, if it is for the lady herself, I could perhaps bring it down to 70."
Yeah, since it's for the princess, it doesn't do well that we pay a very bad price. So 70 is a really good one.
Wonderful, thank you. I will be sure to tell everyone. And she packages it up and will tie a bow onto it as she kind of puts it in this gift wrapping for you, and will give you this embroidered silk cloak. Is that what it is? And that will be 70 coke.
Yeah, that's easy.
As you touch it, you also feel this very, it's very light. It's lighter than you expected. And she will say, "Oh, it is also you should tell her that she should try it on in the moonlight." And she looks a little bit like excited at that, but doesn't seem to want to tell you why.
Oh, just excited. So excited. I'm really happy. And tries to find the rest of the group then. Since I feel I've done a good deal.
Yeah. So you have purchased a rather fine cloak that may have some extra effect in moonlight, but actually, you can. Are you going to head back to the group, or are you continuing to go shopping in the stalls?
I'm gonna what is it called? What do you call it? I'm gonna meet up with the group and then see, like, because if they have found like disguises, there's no reason for me to be like, yeah.
Cool. And yeah, easily enough, you will meet up with June, who is carrying a walking stick, and Jerry and Spike, who Spike is busy growling at a couple of passers-by as they get a little bit too close, but they make a wide circle now around you. What are you guys doing?
Where should we head? Where should we head to next?
I still need to find a costume or something to at least disguise myself a little bit.
It's really hard to hide a mouse. A mouse folk. I should be more precise with that. So, have you seen any stores that might have a good disguise for you?
Haven't really looked.
Well, then we better get to looking.
At this point, Z will also come walking down, and you will see that she is holding 2 steamed buns, in one in each hand, and she just walks up and says, "You guys have got to get some breakfast. There's some great stores around here as well, if you're hungry." And she just takes a bite out of one of them.
Yeah, Jin's stomach growls as she says that. Yeah, I haven't had a good snack in a while.
Just be careful. It looks like most of these places sell fish. Like 90% of these places sell fish.
Well, I guess it's their specialty, isn't it?
I mean, it's fresh. Gotta be. Right here on the water.
Indeed.
Actually, that's probably the best place to find fish, is down by the harbor. Maybe we should go check that out as well. But you
Ooh,
guys had any luck?
I got a stick.
I gotta find rope or cloak.
Where? Where did you find it?
And I'm like pointing and saying, like, just over there, like a direct line, like, don't even think like about that. He most likely can't go through there, but I'm just pointing like, yeah, I think it would be over there.
You guys can walk through the market, by the way. You can walk in amongst those places.
Yeah, so you can grab something to eat. I'll see if I can find anything to disguise myself a bit. As I head to the
Alright.
store, as Trey pointed out.
Okay. Yeah, so you guys start heading over that way. I'll just move you in because there's a wall there. But so you guys looking for a food stall on your way?
If there's anything that looks good, then maybe some tempura. Jin will gladly take some of that and snack on it on the way there.
Yeah, sure. You can give me a perception check, to all of you, to see what you can sniff out through this overwhelming smell of fish everywhere. Yeah, you you follow your nose and find that tempura. You do so and manage to get yourself a little bit. It is fairly cheap. They will charge you probably like half a koku for a bowl. So
I'll give them a whole koku.
all right, yeah, you'll get 2 bowls.
Awesome.
And
No. I'll give them 1 koku for 1 bowl. Because I
oh,
feel generous.
they will bow, like, and you will see them looking very happy with that, as it seems to be a little family-run stall, and they just go back to making as much more as they can. But they will, you will see the owner say, "Oh, one moment," and will go behind the counter and just pull out a whole handful of like little white rabbit sweets and give you those as well.
Ooh, ooh, what are these? And she'll put one in her mouth. Was that paper on them?
Oh yes, you can eat the paper. That's rice paper around the sides of you.
Oh,
Yes, don't tell anyone that we've got got them here. They're only for the best customers, and gives you a wink.
oh, I'm one of the best. Oh, okay, I see. I'll definitely come here again.
We'll bow again and go back to making more tempura.
Awesome.
As Australia, you'll also probably with 26 be able to sniff out something if you're looking for something specific.
Pretty much just a sushi with the sushi where you have a salmon and then you put rice on it and on basically bind it with, I'm not sure what it actually is, the little green thingy.
Seaweed, yeah.
Yeah, seaweed.
Like a maki, yeah. Either way, you will definitely be able to find a sushi place around here. There are plenty of them, plenty of stalls where you can see fishermen selling their first catch of the day, and that there seem to be quite a few of these places, but that none of them really seem like the best place to eat. You know that there is Kung Food was a big restaurant that you guys walked past when you came in. That um, they are quite famous for their seafood around here. But then there are more places down at the harbor. The sushi that you manage to find around here, you do find you actually can't find any salmon in the market. What you can find is a lot of calamari, but made from giant squid, and there is all kinds of there's shrimp and tuna, but there is no salmon here in the markets.
Oh well, squid will do.
All right, yeah, the the guy that is busy preparing it will tell you that, oh yes, these are the famous giant squid. Oh, you don't want that salmon. Those that's for the rich folk anyway. But eh, you go and you'll see there is a barrel behind his stall that he opens up and has got these massive tentacles that seem to have been sliced up and placed in there, but you'll just see little bits sticking out as he grabs a chunk and slices down and makes you a little 6-piece uh, sushi and hands it to you on a wooden block and says, "Thank you very much, man. That will be one cook."
And that it will be.
He will take that and give a bow and uh, just move a little bit further down the bar and start serving someone else. Yeah. So you get yourself some giant squid sushi, and it is pungent, but it is not bad. It's, uh, and as you guys get some food, Jerry, is there anything you wanted to eat?
No, I was going to the clothes shop where Estrella was, where they went
Yeah.
to eat, to see if
Yeah,
I can find something for myself.
you will arrive there and see that that shop is mostly there are accessories, but it is mostly women's clothing at this place and for human-sized people. So for yourself, possibly not in this place as you arrive, and they they do not seem to cater to you
Then I'll just leave.
specifically.
I don't think I won't need anything from here. Maybe from the inn or something. Just wait for the other ones to finish eating before we continue.
Yeah, I mean, you can give me another investigation check if you want to try and find something, something more your style. That was more of a dress shop. Maybe work for a disguise. They've got some things that could add.
Yeah, I don't think
But
it's
yeah,
animal cast.
no, with a 10, let's see what you find with a 10. Yeah, so with a 10, you find a shopkeeper with this black hair over his face, very emo looking, um, and he is just sitting behind a desk full of what look like there are leather cowls, there are leather masks, there are quilted hoods, and there it seems like this is definitely a clothing store, but there are a bunch of rugged sort of hide wraps and cloaks, and just most of these things look to be made of leather or hide. Uh, there are leather cuffs, arm wraps, but the kid sitting behind uh, the stall just seems to have his arms crossed, and seems like a pretty shady little stall. This.
Yeah, I think I have to pass on this one. Maybe if it wasn't leather or hide. But
Yeah, I mean, you see they have like hide kilts and leather breastplates and things, but it's yeah, unless you want leather or hide, they have got some. They have got an item there called the barbarian leather cowl, which may be able to protect your face, but compared to the helmet you've already got, it is definitely a downgrade.
I'll just continue. I'm not grabbing anything.
Well, so then, what about the rest of you? You guys, after you've gotten your food, heading back out into the market, or are you heading out further into Kanasa?
To the Geisha
Yeah.
house we go.
Yeah, no, maybe later. I mean, what were we here for again? To have a look at the market, and what else are we doing here?
Z says something for Sakura's birthday and disguises to for when we get to Taton.
Right, right. Yes, Jerem's store. That's apparently that's where we can get some nice things.
We'll go with her. I'll join June. I don't really think, calling if I'm mistaken, can I even go in the geisha's what was it called?
Geisha house?
Yeah,
Yeah, Geisha House.
Yeah, what? Why wouldn't you be allowed in?
geisha is women.
Geisha are. Well, some say geisha is basically prostitutes, as I recall. But
Yeah, I
there
mean,
is
depending on
more
how
to it.
Companionship. It's a
depending on
companionship.
how classy the town you're in is, geisha could have a slightly different description. But yeah, this that you get the impression is more than likely a brothel.
Yeah, Jerry's like 15 in human years. He'll skip the brothel.
Come on, man.
Yeah. Fair enough.
But that's like what? How many years in mouse years?
7, 8.
What?
Yeah, this
Yeah.
is also why I was like, oh, it's all right that Sakura's not here today, because can you imagine right now? I'm sure she would be dragging you all in the opposite direction. Uh, though, what would you guys like to do, right? I mean, hey, it's up to you. It's also it's not like going to a strip club. It's probably
Yeah,
Classy.
it's a geisha house. I don't know how to, how to like underplay it.
Classy.
Yeah,
First
well,
birthday present, then geisha.
well, I mean, the rest of this place doesn't look so classy. As you guys are all standing around, I just realized that you can't see the other side of the bridge. But we will say that as you're all walking around and exploring this place, you make your way. Um, you start making your way through the city, and you see this massive uh, cat shark that has been just absolutely decimated. It seems like it's been dragged through most of the city, and now you understand where the blood and fish smell was coming from. But you can see that there are a couple of figures in, uh, two of them clad in samurai armor, and two of them looking like they just got off a boat. One of them, a large, rather hulking-looking creature, looks vaguely like an oni, due to the red skin, maybe some kind of a tiefling. But there is also a fisherman busy carving up this giant shark, and you can just see this group sort of huddled around it as you all make your way through the market and um, start looking for the general store, if that's what you guys are doing.
I'm
Indeed,
doing
as
it.
we're wandering past, I'll say, I've spotted many health code violations in this place. For some reason, I don't think this place is regulated.
Go ahead and tell him
Z,
that.
sorry, carry on.
I said
What
you
was
can
that,
go
Jared?
ahead and tell him
Okay.
that.
I mean, I don't mind messing with them. I can turn into a really, posh-looking person, and I could fool them. It would be very funny to watch. I might get my ass beat, but I can always just poof out of existence.
It's attention we don't really need. Not now, at least.
Fair enough. Apparently, Australia's using the stop appealing.
Ah, I just remembered to that I have to recover the thing on it.
Anywho, onto the general store.
You say Geisha House, yay!
After. Oh,
You just hear these two having a little spat as you make your way past, and we will head over to the town map again.
oh, sounds like somebody died.
And yeah, so here we are back on the map. The general store that he told you about is all the way down on the other side of the map.
See, it's far too long.
Indeed, Jerry, indeed.
Yeah, too true. Uh, yeah, so where are you guys heading from here? You are there is an entire town between you um and the general store. So if you want to stop somewhere else on along the way, if you guys are splitting up, let me know.
Is the Lonely Behir like tavern, a bar?
Yeah, you will. I mean, you'd
Sounds
have
like
to
at least.
head over there
Yeah,
to find out, but
I'm
you
going
can
over there.
probably
So
guess. Yes.
yeah, I'm going to the general store anyway. So I'll be passing by there anyway.
Ooh, Fisher's Market. Man, I mean, we could get some good rumors if we go to the geisha's house. You have the master of deception here, known as June, to get all the information.
Yeah, look, I can guarantee you I'm not going to be role playing any fucking funny business. That's why there's a geisha. For that kind of stuff. So yeah, I mean, Z will actually, I mean, she'll stick with you and just shrug as Estrella clearly makes a turn at the guard station, and you can see this little guard station where they clearly, this is like a bit of a drunk tank. You can see two samurai sitting inside and a couple of jail cells, and you see, I assume Estrella's heading off down the road towards the geisha.
Of course. Rumors is good. Information is better.
Z sort of shrugs and says, "Well, I mean, can't be that different. I went to an all-girls school. It's probably basically the same thing. I'm kind of curious."
Jerry's just wondering to himself, what the fuck is wrong with all girls school here? But
What do you mean?
he's still not joining them in the geisha house. He still go to the general store.
She looks at June like with this clearly just curious excitement on her face.
Fine, I like girls. And Jin starts walking to the geisha house.
Well, we'll meet you at the harbor when we're done there. Okay, Jerry?
Sure.
June, wait up, and she'll run off down the road after you, as you guys all make your way to the geisha house, and Jerry carries on down with Spike at your side. You see now, Jerry, as you're walking down this promenade, that you can see you are getting quite a few looks as there are just these big burly pirate-looking like sailor types all over the place that they just all seem to be quite interested in this mouse and his dog that are currently walking down the docks. But you will make your way to the general store. Let's see. Okay, so we will head over because the majority is heading to the geisha house. We'll go there first. And
I'm blind.
yeah, hold on, I haven't put your tokens down yet.
It's no problem.
The fuck is the entrance to this place? Oh, there we go. Oh, I misunderstood this the first time.
Can you place a party token or something? Because I can't see anything.
I'm going to actually give you control
Oh,
of Z,
oh no.
unless you don't want it.
We know what happens. It's gonna
I
be
can-
bad.
I can give you a regular party token if you want. Otherwise, you can
Yeah,
play Z in this
just a
scene,
party
seeing as
token.
cool. Let me see. I haven't put that down in a long.
I can just watch the stream. Okay, no way.
There we go. Yeah, so you can.
Oh, it works. That party token works. Interesting.
Does it work while it's invisible?
Yeah, I can see the invisible party token.
Oh yeah, you'll all be able to see it while it's invisible, but at least it's not too obvious there. But yeah, you guys, you can see ahead of you. There is an entrance to this place, and Z heads over towards it, and you can see it. It's quite a nice looking establishment. You can see that there are trees and things on the other side. It looks like there are gardens behind the wall. Yeah, you can head inside.
Awesome. Yeah. June's gonna take the form of a very a fancy man, a very rich-looking kimono.
And as you enter this main hall, you will see there is no one sitting at the front desk currently. It is 8 o'clock in the morning, but and as you round the door there, you will see a woman standing on the other side to the Australia, as she will say, good morning, welcome. And this is who you see. It is she's not hiding that. That's not the same one I used for Sumihime earlier. Was
No, it wasn't. I have that one.
okay. So as you arrive, she will give you a bow and say, "I'm sorry, we were not expecting. Do you have an appointment?"
No, I was just in town and thought I would come here since I heard this place says if you want information, this is a good place to find it.
Oh, well, I'm not sure if we'll be able to help with that, but please follow me. I will show you to our lounge. I didn't think there were any more boats coming in this morning after last night's storms, and she'll just turn around and start walking down these wooden walkways.
And June will lean down by Shrey and say, usually when you go to a place like this, you ask it more subtly. You don't say, "Hey, give me information."
Well, no reason to waste time.
No, they will not give you information if you ask like that.
Oh well, you will see.
As she opens the door, you will see she'll say, right through here, and she'll slide the door open, and you'll see that there are a couple of people in here already, and you'll just hear this drunken man say, come on, just one more. I didn't. Oh, hello, new faces. And he just stumbles over to the side, and you see this man. You can see there is also another guy standing busy speaking to one of the geisha, that they all seem to be dressed in the exact same outfits. They all have painted faces, and their robes are all made of this same black material. And all these silk kimonos, as they look eerily identical to each other.
Yeah. June will take a seat across from Australia. I'll be looking out and be like, where did Z go?
Most likely went for some excitement.
Yeah, you hear the pattering of feet as Z seems to have gotten distracted by something, and eventually comes around to the door. Oh, sorry, this interesting place. This. Oh, hello, and she just gives a bow to everyone as she comes in, and then quickly takes a seat next to you, June. The hostess that was walking with you, she takes a few steps forward, and says, "Oh, I'm sorry. This room seems to be occupied. Perhaps uh, over in the other chamber. We will. I'm sure we have got some room, which is most of our guests do not like to be disturbed." And she'll just gesture towards the open archway to the left of the room.
Thank you very much. Jin will lead the way.
She will just stop at one of these doors, open it, and say, "Oh, bloody, sorry." And she quickly shuts the door again, and she turns around, like, and you can see that she looks very embarrassed, not quite showing under the face paint, but she just says, "Sorry, this is completely the wrong room." Uh, and she just looks completely flustered. She says, "I am sorry, it is my first day."
I
And
was
she
about to
just,
say, you're not very good at this, are you?
sorry, I just arrived. We will have to go around. I'm terribly sorry. I thought there was a door through here. And she just looks very embarrassed and gestures back to the door in which you guys first came through.
All right, I'll follow wherever she's telling us to go.
What kid?
Kid.
The the man in the back just seems to be drunkenly slurring that. Are you asking him what kid? As he says,
Yeah, but I saw that I was like, what kid? Because that sounds like, ooh, interesting.
This doesn't seem like the place for a kid to be.
Come on. You never know that. Maybe that's normal here.
the drunken guy says, "Sure, kid. He didn't come back to shore last night. His parents are worried. But there'll be a big bounty if someone can find him and bring him home safe." You haven't seen him, have you?
We haven't seen any kids around you.
He's not really a kid. He's like I don't know, same age as you. And he just points at Z, who is just currently looking like very frightened and just looking around the room, quite confused.
Well then, I believe we have rooms to go to. I have not seen any kid like around here, so I shall carry on moving.
Please follow me. And the geisha will sort of rush away through and then take you over to the other entrance that is nearby, where there is a slightly older woman standing at the door, and she just says, "Is it empty?" And she says, "Yes," and we'll slide open the door.
Very nice. Come on, V. Over here is a good spot.
She'll say, "Bye, sirs. Nice to meet you," and just chase after you guys. And yeah, in here you will see it is a lot. There are a lot less other people, but you can see that there are a couple of women standing around. That they all seem to be just going about their own business, but one of them will approach and just say, "Could I get anything for you to drink?"
Green tea, please.
She will shout over her shoulder in what you can assume is just Kigani, but her demeanor changes completely from the very pleasant hostess to just she shouts over her shoulder for some tea, and not long after, someone will rush into the room with a tray of tea. That's this woman. That's what she was doing over there in the bottom. So she will put down a tray of tea with a couple of cups in the center, and then retreat to the corner of the room.
Awesome. Yeah, as this is happening, June will use her awakened mind to just communicate with Estrella and say, "What exactly are we aiming to get here again? Information for what?"
Maybe some people here have seen any of the dragon statues that the princess was looking for.
Okay. I'll let you take the lead then.
Oh, I love this. I'm like,
She says, as she bows and says, "So, are all three of you together, or will you be by yourselves?"
Seems together.
Very nice. Well, we can call the ladies for you, if that is your preference. And she just sort of straightens her back and gestures to the door, but expectantly, like clearly asking what your preference is.
Well, Estrella, what is your preference?
Well, my preferences. Ladies are interesting, though. As a married person, I should most likely not indulge in too much.
She will chuckle and say, "Oh, don't worry. None of us are too worried about those little trinkets here." And she will just give a little smile, and then she will turn her hands and she will just clap her hands and shout again into the ether. Just she will shout, "Girls!" And you will hear the wood creaking as you hear the pitter patter of a bunch of women just now making their way towards this room. And as they do, the geisha from will all over will arrive in the room and line up in front of you.
They all look the same, don't they?
Yeah, and that as you are standing here, you will see that in terms of choosing preference, they are all dressed exactly the same. They've got the same kind of makeup. They've all clearly got. I mean, they're different people. Their faces clearly look different, but they are clearly dressed to try and make themselves look all the same. But other than the subtleties of just their build and face shape, yeah, they're all dressed the same. And she will say, "Well, we have four of our ladies available. Where is Sasha?" And one of them will just shake her head, and she'll say, "Oh, yes, there are just the four available at the moment. I'm afraid we have just opened, but is there anyone that interests you?" And she will just smile at you again.
And Jin will look at Estrella because she's leading this. She is the one looking for information.
Estrella is thinking. She's thinking a lot, and it's just like, Is what was her name? Yugari here.
I'm sorry, and you can. You said Yuguri. She'll say, is that a name? I'm afraid we do not disclose the personal information of our guests, or of our ladies. That is part of the process here, but it will be 50 koku for an hour, and yes, 100 koku for the morning. I'm sorry, 200 koku for the morning, 50 koku an hour. Sorry, girls. And you see now all of them just starting to like position themselves as they're clearly just. It's kind of a sick situation that you find yourselves in, the way that they are lined up. It's like they're asking you to just choose a human being.
The middle.
Ah, yes, of course. That is Miss Reiner. Please, and she will step forward. She'll walk over to you, Estrella, and she will take you by the hand and just give a smile, and she will try and lead you away.
Oh, oh, so tempted. Yes, it's pretty bad. And follow.
Okay, I'm gonna move you guys together because she, or actually, you can just follow her as she makes her way out of this room, and the rest of you see Estrella walk out with one of the geisha. And she just says, I think, yes, here we go. Now she's going to move. Yeah, she will open this door and lead you inside. Okay, and meanwhile, June and Z, you guys are both sitting in that room, and she is still. The rest of them are now lined up and waiting expectantly.
So June taking over this act of a really annoying rich asshole. He'll look at all three of them and say, "I am unsatisfied. Do you have any more?"
Oh, I'm so sorry. Yes, there are. We have got some other girls, but they are currently busy with clients. I could, if you would be happy to wait, we could bring you something to eat, perhaps. Uh, you could relax here until they are ready. You should give it about an hour, but I think I've got someone you might like.
Will do. Oh, I haven't eaten anything yet. And then I'll look at Z and see what she's gonna do.
Yeah, I was trying to roll for Z, but it's not working for some. Yeah, so you see Z is just like her cheeks are just bright red, and she just goes, no, that's okay. I think I'll just stay here with you if that's cool. And she said, I'll just give me a minute. Thank you. She'll just nod, like respectfully, but she seems completely nerve-wracked at the moment. And
Jin will have a small chuckle will come out of Jin.
the woman will say, "Oh, come on, don't be shy. We'll take good care of you, ladies." And two of the two of these people will walk forward, and they will surround Z, and they will each just take her by the elbow and lift her to her feet as she goes with them willingly but reluctantly, and they each take her by the elbow and say, "Oh, don't worry," and they seem very friendly, and the two of them lead Z out of the room as she just looks back over her shoulder at you, June, and you see this look of fear in her eyes.
June gives a small thumbs up. Very subtle to not drop the act.
All right, so that's Z.
Yeah, and June is gonna continue waiting.
All right. Well, then the last two ladies will just stand there, and they will be ready to give you anything that you might need when you are ready. But as she says, "All right, I will be back in just a little while. They will take care of you if you need anything, and just let me know if you have made a decision. I will let you know when our other ladies are available." And she'll give you a bow, and then just give a stern look to the other two before turning and walking away.
For those customers.
Okay, so while you are waiting there, we're going to cut back to Jerry as he is at the general store. Or as you are arriving. Okay, can you all? You probably
Nope.
can't also. Let me give you the. There we go. You guys now have the party token, but yeah, share it. Be nice. Yeah, so Jerry, you arrive at this pretty humble-looking little store. As you arrive, you can see there is a beggar sitting outside who, well, he just looks you up and down. He doesn't actually say anything as you walk past, but you can just see this uh, thin-looking man lying outside the shop.
Yeah, I just tell Spike to stay outside and head inside.
All right. Yeah, as you enter, you will see a table full of all kinds of pots and pans. There is a table with bear traps on it. There's every kind of adventuring, like just basic adventuring equipment. Yeah, there's all kinds of things in here. You don't see any sort of magical items in the store, but you do see uh, plenty of regular equipment: torches, shovels, bags, things like that. And you can see that he has got some freshly baked bread and some fruit and things on the counter, as there is a man standing very similar to one of the young men you saw in the marketplace that is standing behind the counter in this room.
Nothing about nothing clothing like only adventuring equipment.
You don't see any clothing on racks or anything, but you do see that there are, there are, like, as you look around, there are sort of bedrolls and things. You can see that they do sell socks. What are you looking for specifically?
Like like sort of cape of some sort. Like I saw made of a hide, but maybe out of cloth this time.
Yeah, I mean this place you see is definitely not selling that kind of thing. No, you're not seeing any capes here. You saw quite a few stalls like that at the market with but you can ask the guy. You don't see any in here. You don't see any in this room.
And just approach the counter and ask him if there's any like sort of clothing around here. I don't see any on the shelves.
Well, we don't usually put it out. We don't really have the space for it anymore. But we have got a couple of things in the back. Can I help you with anything? I think we've got maybe some mantles and some capes, and I think we may have some silk, maybe some cloth, and I know we've got some linen hoods in the back.
Yeah, maybe a few hoods. Maybe maybe even masks that could work. I'm not sure if you have any, but
Masks. I can have a look. Let's see. And you see him just looking through an inventory list that he seems to have kept under the desk. He says, "Well, yes, we've got some. Sure, we've got some coifs, some hoods. Shadow linen hood is 30 coke. I'm sure we could find a few of them. What else would you like? We've got leggings, hand guards. We've got some grips, some silk sleeves. Very fashionable this time of year."
okay, now it works. No, just the hood you offered. Mask if you have any, and are those apples on the table?
Yes, apples are a silver piece. We
Take like 4 of them.
All right. Yeah, you can get some apples. You also see as you make your way over to get the apples, you see in the glass display case, he has got a very interesting set of compasses, some spy glasses. It's clearly navigators equipment, and some cartographers tools. But you see actually, give me a perception check as you're just making your way around this room.
And it didn't roll here. Great. Oh, wait, it delayed a bit. 19.
Okay, yeah, with the 19, you can see that one of the compasses, it looks like it is cracked on the face. It seems like a strange thing to sell a broken compass, but you can see two symbols carved into it that seem to be in a language I'm pretty sure you don't speak. Let me double check. Yeah, you do not speak this language, but it's it looks to be engraved with some sort of foreign. That looks like it is the most mystical item in here that you've seen so far is a broken compass. The rest of this place doesn't seem to have much other than what you can actually see on the maps. But he will happily say, "All right, well, if you need those hoods, I will go and check in the back. Are you sure that's all you need?"
So it was a no on the mess. Yes, hoods and the apples here. Mm,
All right, just a second, and he will head back through a doorway, and you will hear as he does so, as he opens that door, you will hear faint conversation coming from the other side of the door. It sounds like there are people in the next room that seem to be in mid conversation, but he will, after not too long, he will make his way back, and you will see that he has got three three linen hoods, and he has got two wooden masks. He says, "These are the only masks that we have at the moment, but if you're looking for masks, I'm afraid this is not exactly the place. The marketplace is probably better for."
those will do just
But
fine. And I just take one of each and some of the apples. Just hand him the cocoa and jokingly say, "Got the surf club going on back there."
oh, no, sir, you don't want any part of that. And he just gives you a very stern look and a bow, but then takes a step over and closes the door again. Uh, the My bosses would not be happy if there were people eavesdropping. So thank you very much, sir. That'll be 32 koku in total. Please enjoy the rest of your day. And he will slide all of those things over to you and give you a little wicker net bag if you need it.
I'll just put it in the bag of holding.
Cool.
Just
Well, you got your own bag? Oh, thank you. And he puts the net back under the counter and just nods emphatically like you should leave now after asking about what was in the other room.
yeah, just shrug and take a bite of an apple. And then wave as they leave the store. When I walk out, I toss like three cocoa pieces to the beggar and head to the tavern.
Toss him 3 koku.
Yeah, I have a lot of
The,
cocoa. To the beggar.
yeah, he screams out, "By the Kami, thank you, sir!" And gives you a bow as he just scrambles to pick them up, and you see him immediately stand to his feet and uh, make his way inside the general store to go and buy himself some food
I
because
just say,
you can see this
don't
guy's,
mention it, and I just keep going.
yeah, that guy is very happy to go and get some food. And as you leave, you hear the guy in the store just giving a heavy sigh as the other guy walks in past you. But where are you going to head to from there?
I think I go to the tavern. What was it called? It was not too far away from the general store. I probably passed by it.
Is it
Yeah,
the
it'll only be
lonely
here.
Benia?
Yeah.
Oh,
It'll only
Bethia.
be here. It'll only be here.
All right. Yeah, you head over to the tavern. Uh, okay, yeah. As you are heading over there, oh, actually, that's good. Let's just. Okay, yeah. So as Jerry heads over there, we're going to pop back to. Well, actually, we'll go into the tavern because that was a pretty short encounter. As yes, Jerry, you.
And suddenly darkness.
Give me a second. Okay. Yeah, so Jerry, you arrive at the tavern. You see that inside there are a number of people already in here. There are two characters that look like they are samurai. They are dressed in samurai armor. There is a bartender behind the bar, and there are two pirate-looking individuals sitting at a table at the end of the room. This is a two-story building. There is clearly an space for rooms up above, but down here, this is just a friendly little tavern.
There's one of the is it like windows to the sides or
So I move. Sorry, yeah, there are
nothing?
there are windows. What do you mean?
Some of the windows looking at the bridge because the rest of the party needs to cross the bridge to get to the harbor. Like, is there a window overlooking this bridge?
Yeah, sure. You can. I'll say you can say see the bridge out of one of the windows. I mean, it's kind of behind the building, but if you wanted to head upstairs, you could try and see it from there. Downstairs, it seems to look back towards the harbor.
I'll just approach the bartender and ask for a bottle of sake and a few glasses.
Oh, coming right up, sir. And he will pour two glasses of sake, slide them over to you, and give you a nod. First round's free at the Lonely here. Welcome. And he just gives a bow and then goes back to cleaning the bar.
Yeah, I just grab two of them and head upstairs. The stairs like through which one of the doors or is it up here? Which one of the ways are
Yeah,
upstairs?
there's stairs at the top of the room. All right, as you head back up into the tavern, you overhear conversations down below, but upstairs. Yeah, from upstairs, you make your way around. It seems like the building is against you, but right at the end of the room, you see a door that you think may lead to a corridor that goes to that side of the building. So you have arrived at it,
There's
and
a
it is
toilet.
not that one.
Oh my god, we found the most important place in the tavern.
Yeah, I think those three are toilets. I'll just go back to the door over here.
Yeah, those aren't all toilets. I will say that. But
That's some fancy toilets. Hey man, like, I saw one that could be, at least for gnomes, it's a toilet.
And that's a bedroom.
No, that's a toilet. See, there's beds.
What is with this place? Why can no windows where I need them?
The-
Supposed to ask for
if you as you're saying this, you hear the clattering of a window with the wind just slamming through the door to your right.
This one, the bedroom.
No, I meant directly to Jerry's
Oh.
right if he was facing the toilet. So that, yeah, that one. There we go. And
This
you find a window that looks out over the bridge.
This place is smaller than I thought.
Yeah, this is a very small tavern. As you make your way up there, and you can now you have got a good overview. So are you just waiting to? You're just keeping an eye to see where they are.
Yeah, I'm not pleased with the view, and they've got more than enough magic to contact me. I'll just go and sit downstairs. If they need me, they'll find me.
All right. So back downstairs, you'll hear more conversations going on, and see a couple of rough-looking sailors.
I'll just take a seat on an empty table and drink.
Okay.
Nothing special, just passing the time.
Cool. So as you sit down and to have your drink, we are going to move back over to the geisha house as Estrella. Yeah. Oh, actually, June, is there anything that have you decided to do anything there? You are muted.
Sorry, I completely had a huge brain fog. What's happening?
So we cut back to the geisha house. Have you decided that you want to do anything? Are you trying to accomplish anything here?
Yeah, so for now, June is gonna continue having the food that they brought out, if they've brought out any food. Waiting for them to bring the new selection, if you will. That's how you get the top tier, ladies. in June's mind, anyway.
Yeah, there's some logic there. I don't know if it's sound or not, but give me one second. They will also say, if you would like to explore the gardens, you are more than welcome to. Just don't go into any of the rooms, obviously. But they will continue to serve you food.
Yeah, a walk through the gardens will do, put my mind at ease. I think that's what I'll do. I will have you compare. What was I trying to say? I will have you accompany me. Thank you very much. And June will begin making her way out.
Are you asking them to accompany you?
Yes.
And that they will. But I cannot unselect. Good luck. Okay, there we go. Yeah, they will follow you outside, and as you are getting out there, you will see that there are gardens around here are quite well maintained. There is, you can see at the sort of end of that, just over that little patch of garden with the waterway that's been dug underneath it, you can see that there are what look like bathrooms at the end, right in the corner there. So yeah, if you keep heading down that path, you've kind of got rooms that it looks like that's where the girls actually stay on the left, and then bathrooms up at the top.
Right, I will go the other way then. Seems like there's nothing much happening on that side.
Yeah, and as you are walking through, you follow this little canal that is sort of dug around this property, and you will see as you're getting here, roll a perception check.
Sure thing. Not great, but still 17.
Yeah, you will see that there is a woman standing at the opposite end of this garden, and she seems to be paying respects to a kitsune shrine that is set up there. You can see that she is currently just bowing and praying to this shrine, but she seems to just be finishing up her little ritual, and she is definitely wearing a different color. At least she's wearing the same sort of makeup, but much brighter colors, oranges and yellows.
All right. Yeah. June will continue exploring, and she will keep her in mind for now. But that will be all June is going to do for now.
Okay. Yeah, the two ladies will be following behind you. Meanwhile, Estrella, back in that room, you will see that there is quite a nice little room set up here. There is a different sort of change in kimono in the room, as there is there's tea and flowers set up on the table, and there is a room that she showed you to with a bed in it that she now just stands in the corner, and she says, all right, have you done this before?
Oh, a lot.
Oh, really? Uh, and where might that have been? I do like a traveler.
Oh, let's see. That was my home in BC, and then there was yeah, those days in Storm was truly great. Then afterwards, not so much.
Wait, you've been to Storma even? I mean, that's on the other side of the world.
Yeah, that is a far place.
Oh, well, you must have had a much more interesting life than me. I've been here in Kunasa for most of it. All we see here are pirates and thieves. Though there was quite an impressive storm last night. I heard the sailors saying that it killed half the fish, though, which I suppose I shouldn't bring that up now. And you see, she's sort of made herself comfortable at the table and is just sitting and trying to engage in conversation, but is sitting very seductively.
I'm like, interesting. There wouldn't happen to maybe have watched something ashore in that storm.
You can give me a perception check to try and convince her to share this information with you.
You just mean persuasion, not perception.
That's what I meant. Yeah. Yes, she will say, "Oh, actually, yes. uh, All of the men have been talking about it. They say that a dragon turtle washed up on shore this morning, and they're all losing their minds over who's going to get to it first and who can claim the turtle. I mean, can you imagine what the fishermen will do if they get an entire dragon turtle?" I haven't been down to the beach myself, but I can't say I believe it.
Who knows? There was that. I heard a tale of some guy who saved a turtle and then was rewarded, though his curiosity ended up getting the best of him, as he didn't listen to the warnings.
Oh, well, curiosity is not always dangerous now, is it? And she will make her way over into the bedroom.
Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm.
She closes the door and she says, "Okay, so are you ready? Just lie over there. I'll take care of everything."
And that's what I do.
And as you turn around, she said, "Oh, as you lie down," she says, "All right, close your eyes."
Oh well. Always good to take the chance and close his eyes.
And with that, you hear this strange sound. It sounds like her bones are breaking, but I'm not entirely sure what she's doing. And she leans in, and she is going to attack you with a draining kiss. As
Oh, I know that one.
the succubus is revealed. Not rolling any. Roll, damn you. Oh, it's Constitution saving throw. That's why.
A Constitution save. Funny. It doesn't ask.
Yeah, it hasn't. It's not rolling like. Oh, there, maybe. There we go. There. So, like that. I think now it should ask.
Interesting. No asking for, but let's just roll it.
Okay, that is a success.
I think that's enough.
Yeah, a 22 is a success. So you will take half damage. Is it? Oh, it's not auto rolling that. Okay, so that is 5d10 plus 5. Okay, so that is 31 points halved to 15, as you take 15 points of psychic damage, and yes, your hit point maximum is not reduced because you managed to save, but you are now aware of the fact that oh, I forgot, it has to actually magically charm you first, but I feel like Australia was charmed.
Oh, well, and you said
you can give me.
Did you say 15 or 50?
Yeah. So what?
The damage.
15 points of psychic damage, and I need you to make a wisdom saving throw against its charm effect.
Oh, it's a charm effect. You say, well, I don't really need it.
Don't need it.
Because I realized, like, oh, charm effects.
Okay. Yeah, and as this creature leans in and kisses you, you immediately feel that something's wrong, and you open your eyes and you see the big bat-like wings that have spawned out from behind her, and you see that this is no geisha, but in fact a succubus. What would you like to do about it?
Hmm. Been some time since I've seen one of your kind. But, well, usually that should be avoided. And I'm just gonna peacefully lift my hand and I'm gonna give her a shocking grasp. Or at least try to, if I can find that. Oh, goddammit, where are you?
All right. Well,
I'm pretty sure that hits.
yeah. Sorry, it's switched over there. What was that? Is that
18 to hit.
Yeah,
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that hits.
it'll hit.
And that takes 20 lightning damage.
I can't tell if it's automatic. Okay, so she takes. Oh, whoops! I think I added that to you as well.
Nope, that was the what's called psychic damage.
Oh, whoops. Okay, I'll put it back. My bad. Okay, so yeah, with that, I'm going to ask you to roll for initiative. As this shocking grasp, you just see her react, thinking that she had you charmed, and then she will just react with a scream. And June, you will hear this scream coming from one of the rooms near the entrance where Estrella was taken.
Mm. How would Jin react to this? Yeah, she's gonna act completely like, oh, I see my companion is getting really busy. And he'll just laugh in that male form. Should I roll deception?
Yeah. I mean, yeah, deception on who? On the other geisha?
Yeah, I don't want them to think that I
Yeah.
because not gonna lie, I was walking to, so I was like, this is probably gonna be a succubus place. I was
Yeah.
right.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, they both just, you see them both sort of look at each other and then breathe a sigh of relief, and they say, "Oh yes, sorry, some of them are so loud. Um, shall we find somewhere quieter?"
Yeah, Jin looks across the garden and is looking at this one over here, and she just simply says, "That one."
One of them sighs and just sort of rolls her eyes, but is still around the corner, and the other one goes, "Oh yes, an excellent choice. We will we will go and let her know. Perhaps you would like to introduce yourself, or would you like us to bring her to you?"
I do believe you can just bring her, and Jin will make her way to one of the private rooms.
All right. Yeah, so you can. They will allow you to sort of walk off on your own past them, and you can sort of take this opportunity to explore around a little bit if you like, and try and find a room.
Yeah,
There will be some.
I'll poof my fairy dragon into existence and send it towards where Z went to see what what hell she's going through.
All right. There's your fairy dragon. I think you should have control over.
Alright. I'll just have it. I'm sure there's an area where you can just like stay in the rafters or something like that.
Yeah, I'll say you can roll a stealth check for me with your fairy dragon, and you can give it advantage because it's you, and there are definitely. Yeah, I'll just give it advantage.
15.
Yeah, with a 16, you get the impression that it can navigate its way through the rafters and through the roofs. That's fairly easy for it to do. As you can also give me an investigation check with the dragon to try and find Z, unless you know where she's gone.
Yeah, I remember which room she was in. But yeah, it actually has invisibility, so it can actually just go invisible.
Oh yeah, then I can do that. Then yeah, it's totally.
Yeah, I'll send it directly to where Z was, up into the rafters there to see what she's going. What's happening in her world. I think it was this room, right? Yeah. Nope, wrong room.
You see this as it sort of peeks its head in over the door. You see a very large captain-looking man busy putting his kimono back on. But as you open that door, you see Z. She is currently scrambling for her sword and is picking the sword up with one hand and turns around and slashes at one of the succubi as two of them are currently attacking her. And she seems to be in a fight for her life at the moment, but it seems like it didn't take much longer than it took Estrella. So at this point, they are in the combat now too. There you go, Z.
Yeah, I'll roll an initiative as well, just to keep that easy.
Well, the only reason I haven't asked you to yet is because you're not within range, so it depends on which side you go to first. But if you want to roll for your dragon now, it
Ooh, yeah,
is
good idea.
entering the room.
Roll for it. Damn.
Shit, okay. So then, with that, we are going to jump back into the combat round, and we will kick things off as June's fairy dragon is flying into that room, and you see Z in this predicament. What is your dragon going to do?
Should I take a risk here? Ooh, okay. Oh, okay. Yeah, I've got it. So it's a blue fairy dragon, right? Because there's different colors. I think it's a blue fairy dragon. So it has a pretty cool spell called Major Image. um, and I will have let me quickly just check what the spell Major Image does. I just want to make double sure.
Yes, you can. Yeah, so it's got sound and everything.
Yeah, I'm just making double sure about it. Okay, create an image of an object, creature, or some other visible phenomenon that is no larger than 20-foot cube. Okay, cool. Yeah. So this fairy dragon is going to cast major image and is going to create a a blue dragon samurai. And it's gonna appear on the other side of this door, and said, "The demons are here! Kill them all!" He's gonna shout at the top. It's gonna create the noise of it just shouting at the top of its lungs.
Okay, so where are you putting this samurai? I will give you a token, but where are you putting it?
So right about there on the other side of the door.
Okay, You said you're making him a dragon clan.
Yes, indeed.
Okay, well, I'm just gonna put this one down for now. Sorry, on the other side of the door.
Yes.
And I assume you're leaving the door open or closed?
Well, I mean, the fairy dragon didn't actually open the door itself, did it?
Well, yeah, I suppose the fairy dragon's going over the walls, yeah. So,
Yeah.
all right. So this guy, and so I was just trying to get the token. What is he yelling?
Sorry?
The demon, it's something.
Okay, cool. So he yells that out, and June, you will see the room that you were in. The drunken pirate captain and his bosun will both come walking out, going, "What the hell was that? Did you hear that?"
Excellent.
And yeah, they walk out onto the deck behind you, June. They both seem very confused. But I think, is that going to be your fairy dragon's turn?
Indeed it is. As it just watch as in the same spirit of June, is gonna be creating chaos.
Okay, and then oh, it's not working for Z. All right, so Z is going to then take 2 attacks, swing once against each.
Why? It's not working. Oh, there you go.
Oh, sorry, Z. Yeah, Z misses with both as she scrambles to get this into her hands, and then it is going to take us on to one of the succubi who is going to attack Z.
Huh, that is not the song I put on, but okay. Wait, is it? Well then, I guess we're having this music on.
Yeah, why not? As Z gets all cut up by this one, and yeah, she seems to be. Z doesn't seem to be charmed at this point, but heading over to the other side of the map, Estrella, you have realized what this creature is, and it is your turn.
Oh, interesting. Time to do combinations. First thing is hex it with what would it be? Charisma. Of course, it's charisma checks. Since it's a succubus, then I'm gonna use a weapon I haven't used before, which is the war fan. I'm gonna use the green flame blade on it. And I'm gonna slash at this creature and yeah, confirm my suspicion if I hit. Ah, god damn it. Did I forget to put that on? I just forget the 24, so it's a 26.
What? What's the 26?
Just the damage, just that to hit.
Okay, why does it say? Oh, what is the D4 for?
Oh, that was guidance. I forgot to disable
okay.
that one.
Oh, yeah, that will hit.
Yeah, that hits, and since it's that would be 17, unless it's immune to fire. Plus, let's see, what is the the hex damage isn't included, which would bring it up to 20, unless it's also immune to necrotic.
It is not. So what is the total damage there?
The total damage is 20.
Okay, nice. Yeah, it takes that full 20 damage, and it's still looking not too bad.
Let's just see, blah blah blah. What's at the start of its. And since it was hit, but it hasn't been what's called hit yet, or basically been its turn yet, it can't take reactions. So I'm just gonna open the door, go out, and I'm not sure if I can close the door and then be like, just moving away.
Yeah.
Yeah, that should be all the, or at least, yeah, that. Just hide in the corner, and with that, come on, we end the turn.
All right, nice. So yeah, you quickly make your way out of there and close the door behind you as you hear this creature on the other side of the door just screeching out in anger, and it is going to be here against Z again. Oh, and it misses Z. So as the other one is currently clawing, you will hear the door slide open again as the flapping of wings. This creature comes flying out of there, and she flies up into the air a little bit. As she immediately, I'd like you to give me a stealth check, please.
Oh yeah. Finally. Stealth check. Are you my little good friend? Stealth check.
You'll have to beat an 18.
God damn you.
Yeah, I can show you. It was just before. All right.
Yeah,
so
yeah. That's just
she
fine.
flies over to the door and like lands on the door, and as she's starting to open it, she just turns her head and like does a double take and just sees you hiding there to the side, and she goes, "Oh, not so fast. Where are you going? We were just starting to have fun." And she is going to try to charm you again. I would like you to make another wisdom saving throw, please.
Come on, wisdom. No. 9 isn't good.
Oh no, 9 is not good. As you are charmed for 1 day. Oh my god.
Oh, wait a second. And here, it's the perfect time to use the mask. to
Although,
succeed.
yeah, you are not wearing the mask currently, unless you were doing this entire encounter so far with the mask on.
Come on, man. Experience. Like, as I've already said, unless I say I take it off, I never take it off. But, yeah. Let me just see.
But you. Huh? Why is all the. Yeah. So, don't you have advantage against charm effects?
Ah, that's good. God damn it, you're actually right. I always forget that because I'm so. Well, still doesn't change anything.
No, well, it does. If you had advantage, you would have succeeded, because that second roll that it made you do, you succeeded. You got 15. You rolled a 14 plus 1.
Really?
Yeah, that it's there in the, oh, it's private. Sorry, yeah. There we go. Should be revealed now. It says there that you succeeded.
Yeah.
That's why I was so confused.
Yep, I'm confused.
Yeah, because I asked you to roll it and then you rolled normally, but then I clicked charm and it asked for an automatic one. So I think the second roll would have been your advantage one, which was a 15. So you just managed to pass that one, as its charm effect has not. You've managed to stave off its charm. Yeah.
So charm didn't actually work there. But it is going to then just move in towards you and start preparing for another attack, and that is going to be the end of the round, where we will jump to see what June is doing outside of combat currently, as you now know what's happening with Z and your. Oh, actually, it's not a familiar, so you can't just look through its eyes.
No, I remember I picked up Find Familiar through ritual casting on my Book of
Okay.
Secrets. I think it's Book of
Oh,
Ancient
okay, so
Secrets.
is that a
Okay.
familiar now?
Yeah,
I thought that was
it's
a pet.
familiar. It's a proper familiar.
Okay. So, are you warging, or what are you doing?
I think it would be time to roll for initiative. But Jin is still going to be acting. Like, oh, I don't know what's going on. I'm just a regular noble. And then she'll, she's setting a trap right at the moment.
Okay. Yeah, we are going to sort of wrap things up here for tonight. So, let me know what your immediate action is, and like what you're actually trying to plan here. And then we will pick things up in the combat again next time.
Awesome. Yeah, for now, she's just gonna wait to see how things go. Yeah, she's looking to see what happens in this current turn, and she'll react.
Okay. Yeah, these other two guys are also going to roll for initiative because they are going to charge in towards the sound of screaming and combat. I'll roll for them as well, and then oh, good for you, Markov. But the captain knows what he's doing. Okay, or not? What the fuck? It says he rolled a 27. I don't even see him on the initiative. I think it's like, how did you? How the
he's
fuck
at
did
the
you even?
top. He's at the top from what I can see.
Yeah, I just can't see it on the because it's on the fairy dragon's turn.
Oh,
But-
he's just above the fairy dragon.
Yeah, maybe that. But yeah, that is where we're going to sort of call things for tonight. As I know, it's not always fun to end mid combat, but that is where we're going to call things for tonight. However, I would like to jump over to Jerry one more time and ask what he is busy doing when, by about 9 o'clock in the morning, they still haven't. You haven't seen them cross the bridge.
We walked in. They walked around 7 a.m. there, right? So it's been a few hours.
Yeah, I mean, since they left, you probably spent a good like half an hour or so in the general store, and you've now been waiting here in the tavern for about an hour.
I just finished my drink and leave, saying to myself, they know we don't have much time, but they still keep spending it. Let's head for the geisha house.
Okay, cool. Well, then next time, Jerry will join us here, and yeah,
And
we'll
everybody and every fiend will have a really bad time.
Yeah, thanks to the game dev.
Can I just show you the harbor, please?
Yeah,
Because
sure.
this is why all the other shit wasn't that well prepared. Was because I put too much time prepping this. And I know you're not going to be able to see anything, but we'll say that this is where Sakura ends up, probably.
Hey man, we got Sakura a present. We have we can just bring the succubus. Look, that's a nice present. I'm sure you can cut them up for parts or something.
Ah, okay.
That's also something you could look for in the market, is like weird magic ingredients and things.
Never do
Oh.
that. Never do that,
Yeah.
because you end up with something that is either a testicle or other neither region stuff.
What the hell?
You never been searching for the special stuff. Holy shit. Never do that.